They still need learning and development. They still need professional development. So you are able to position your invitation to be part of how they learn, to improve how they do their job, either because they work in IT or infrastructure for a financial services company or manufacturing company or healthcare company or whatever it is, or they own a managed service provider business. If you can dial into understanding what's going on in their world, what they're trying to achieve, what they're struggling with, and show up as a solution to that, invite 10, 20, 30 people together for these face-to-face events, it motivates them to want to spend time with you. And the more time they spend with you, the more likely it is that they're starting to get introduced to your frameworks, your way of seeing the world, and you're able to significantly influence how they evaluate the other options that are in front of them. So much so that not only do you get onto the shortlist, in many cases, you will not only survive the shortlist all the way to the end when they're ready for sales contact, when they hit that 83% point in their journey where they're finally ready for a sales conversation. But in many cases, when you do this exceptionally well, you'll start to notice that the one person that registered starts to bring their cohort along with them to these events. There's a lot of magic that happens when you see that, because you're starting to build alignment internally across the decision committee. You're starting to get introduced to who the decision committee is. Information that often is very elusive if you're just poking around a tool like LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Having these educational events where you're educating and building trust with the right people in the right places at the right time, and most of all in the right context, so that they see you and your client-facing team members no longer just as a vendor that's focused on a transaction or getting them to sign up for a lease for your colocation space or a subscription agreement for your telecommunication. They now see you as an expert, a subject matter expert, a teacher, a consultant, a trusted advisor, maybe even a thought leader. And when that happens, truly magic in your sales process, in your new client onboarding, in your initial value, intended value, extended value, your land and expand, growing those accounts, positive word of mouth referral, customer. All these wonderful things happen when you start out that relationship by getting in early and getting in often.